How you doing? I'm Pat Potter. I'm with Tabac Trading Company. Been around about 8 years, and I am small. And when I mean small, obviously not in stature, I mean in brand size. I am a micro boutique. Well, what is a micro boutique, we say? It is, well, it's a company that actually manufactures less than 75,000 cigars a year. It also means I only have like 100 retailers, and that gives me the opportunity to be able to spend most of my time focusing on them. So what I've done over the years is I've developed these really interesting, very different lines that have been oddly successful, and I've got this really kind of cool cult following. So the first cigar that I came out with is a cigar called Mustra di Tabac, which is a sample of my craft. It is a double-footed Perfecto designed to be smoked in either direction. Come with me for a moment. So this bad boy right here, yes, it has two different wrappers on it, but the theory behind the cigar is very simple. It is a figurado shape, which has contours on both sides. It is cut on one end, cut on the other end, so that you can decide which side to smoke from. Now this is an interesting design, and the reason why it's so interesting is that you can't blend this cigar from the head to the foot like you would any normal Pareo or Figurado or any other cigar for that fact. You have to bunch this cigar, blend it from the middle out. Otherwise you'd have construction errors. I like this thing so much, my factory hated it. I'll just say that. I came back to the United States in 2016 with this beautiful cigar, and that was my first release. This particular one. Half Candela or double Claro, the other half is Ecuadorian Habano. The binder, which is special, is San Andreas broadleaf. The filler is Corojo and Criollo. Beautiful tobaccos that are a little on the plain side, because what I want this cigar to do to stand out is the combination between wrapper and binder. What happens when you smoke Candela over San Andreas broadleaf? Something miraculous. The same interesting thing that happens when you smoke Habano over San Andreas broadleaf. You get this great chocolatey taste that's amazing, just amazing. So as I continue to develop lines, I decided to do a thing called the unknown. They're like the unknown. What's unknown about it? Well, it doesn't have my logo on the ring. It's this very interesting design that I saw in a dream, and the whole concept behind it is built from a book called The Book of Myth. So I invite you to read it. The tagline on the box is, "All the gods, all the heavens, all the hells are within you." Something magical happens when you smoke that cigar. I can't tell you what it is. The latest and greatest of the lines that I came out with is called the Milk and Honeys. They have gotten the most notoriety and the highest ratings. Not that my other lines haven't had over 90 ratings, because they have, but these Milk and Honeys have been really high, and they've been really good and really well received. They are a 55 by 5.1. It's a 30 count box, doesn't come in any other size vitola at this moment, and it's expressed in 3 different profiles. The Connecticut, which is a double River Valley Connecticut wrapper, over Corojo and Criollo, that comes from Jalapa. It offers these beautiful, sweet, fruity, floral notes with a little bit of white pepper on the foot. It is the absolute best morning cigar you'll ever smoke, I promise you. The next of the lineup is Matcha. Matcha is a double Candela over Habano, over Corojo Criollo, with the same filler concept that I did for the Connecticut. That has actually a little Ligero in it that the oddly enough, the Milk and Honey original doesn't have. And then the last, to top off the whole thing, because there's a lot of guys that like smoking a little darker cigar in the morning, I made Black Sugar. Black Sugar has got half Ligero, Corojo and Criollo, over Habano with San Andreas broadleaf. That cigar is awesome. You want to talk about chocolate pepper leather and nuts and cocoa and all that fun stuff in a cigar that you can smoke with your coffee in the morning? Nothing's better. It really isn't. It's amazing. A very unique thing I did in 2017 was plant my own tobacco because I'm a crazy person. And I thought, if I'm going to do this industry, I better learn farm to factory. So I planted seed in Condega in 2017, Corojo seed. We produced this most beautiful, 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 beautiful tobacco. Problem is, we couldn't figure out what to ferment it with. Next door to the farm was a fig farm. He had about 60 rotting figs on the ground. We took those, put them in a barrel, mashed them up, filled it up with water, and let it bake in the Nicaraguan sun for about a week and a half. Right after that, we opened up the lid, and the fume was so intense it almost kicked us off our ass. We strained it out, and of course the factory owner says, nope, you can't use it. That's disgusting. It's gonna ruin the tobacco you spent all this money and time preparing. And I said, it's my money. I'm gonna do it anyway. And we did. And 3 months later, we produced this beautiful shade, this even color, all this distributed nicotine, and the smell was gorgeous. The cigar is called CCR. It does not contain Ligero. It's the first cigar I've ever made that doesn't contain Ligero. It's all Corojo. It's basically a Chateau Puro because it comes from the one tobacco. Here's what's really cool about it. When you retro that cigar, fig on the retro. Can't really taste it in the mouth palate, but you can taste it on the retro. My website is www.tabactradingco.com. My Instagram is @TabacCigars. It's also my Facebook page. Please follow, post a comment. I'm doing events on a regular basis. I've got about 100 retailers. You can see them on my website. And if you happen to be in the Los Angeles area, stop by the Continental Cigar Club so we can meet and have a cigar. Thanks.